Hi team, greeting from Business Consulting. So today we are going to see SAP GUI and navigation. In earlier two videos of SAP PP training, we have seen ERP overview as well as we have seen what is the basic history of SAP, what is the architecture of SAP. So this is the third lesson where we are going to see mostly about SAP GUI, graphical user interface, and its navigation. So this training will help you to understand SAP GUI in greater details as well as learn its navigation structure. So this will be the agenda of the training. We are going to see SAP Logon screen, SAP GUI, what are the most important buttons, what is the standard toolbar, difference between the user menu and SAP menu, how we are going to add favorite, display transaction code, how we are going to start a transaction. So there are different ways we can insert a transaction code. We can do many different type of thing. So we'll proceed further. So prior moving to the SAP Logon icon, the basic requirement to install SAP is that to install the latest SAP GUI 730 version, minimum system requirement is that you should have a Windows based PC or Apple Mac. So Windows based PC which should be running on Windows 7, Windows 8, 10 or Windows XP with Service Pack 3 active. But if you have an Apple Mac, you need Apple Mac with virtual software like VMware Fusion, which is running Windows 7, Vista, XP. Now coming back to the RAM, Windows 7, for Windows 7 the minimum of 2 GB RAM is required, but the recommended is 4 GB. Same with Mac, with the virtual environment, minimum of 2 GB of RAM is required, but again the recommendation is 4 GB. Coming to the disk space, you should have minimum 250 MB of available disk space for your fully installed application. That is minimum requirement. Okay, so when you finish all your installation of SAP, after installation of SAP on your desktop, you can find SAP Logon button which you are seeing on my screen. This is SAP Logon button. So after installing the SAP on desktop, you will find this SAP Logon button. Now double click on this Logon button, and after double clicking on that Logon button, you will see SAP Logon page. So this Logon page will be available once the SAP GUI is installed at your workstation or at your desktop. Now on this SAP Logon page you can find different server. So we have initially discussed the SAP landscape also, that we have quality server, we have production server, we have development server. So as per your requirement, you can click the correct server, you can select the correct server and double click on one of the correct server. After double clicking on the correct server, you will see the SAP Logon screen. So As you can see on SAP Logon screen, there are different options. There are different fields are there, like client, user, password, language. So you will receive your user ID and initial password from admin or from your company. So if you want to proceed further, you need to write the correct client, your user ID, your initial password, and select the language. As you can select EN for English. After pressing enter button, the first time if you log on onto SAP, the change password dialog box will display. As you can see here, this is the change password dialog box. Enter your desired password and then click continue button or press enter. So enter your new password here, click this continue button or press enter. Again you will see one copyright pop-up window. So as this product belongs to SAP AG, which is a German based company, this is a copyright pop-up window. You need to select this continue button, and after selecting this continue button, you can see your graphical user interface. You can see your SAP window. So we will see what each field means here. So as you can see here, this is the SAP menu. So we have logistic, we have accounting, we have human resource, we have information system. So this is SAP menu. You can go into it, you can explore it. So from here we can choose the transaction, or from here like person, PP person will go into logistic, FICO person will go into accounting, HR person will go into human resource. This is the command field. So if you know the transaction, you can directly enter the transaction into command field. So there is no need to go into SAP menu. So you can just, if you know that okay, for stock overview I need to enter MMBE, so I will just enter MMBE into the command field and press enter. Now here comes the menu bar. So this is the menu bar. Here you can see different menu: edit, favorites, extra, system, help. Here comes the standard toolbar. So here you can see the back button, save button, exit button, print button, find button, new session button. This is the title bar. So if you go to the MMB screen, you can see here it will be written stock overview screen. So title bar screen, with the help of this title bar screen, you will be able to see that on which screen you are. This is the application toolbar. You can go to the user menu, you can go to the system menu, and at last there is a status bar. So at the bottom you can see the status bar. Coming to the most important buttons. So first one is to open and close the command field. So this is the button. If you click on this button, this command field will be closed. This is the back button. So if you click on this button, you will come back to the previous menu or previous screen. This is the exit button. So you can come out from the SAP. This is the cancel button. You can cancel the transactions. This is the create session button. If you click on this button, a new session will be created. This is the save data button. If you are there into any transaction, if you need to save the data, just click on this button, your data will be saved. The two most important button again here are, this is the user menu and this is the SAP menu. And this is the screen which I have put here, like this is the standard toolbar. So you can go through this each and every button all the description are mentioned here, and these are the keyboard shortcuts which I have mentioned, so just go through it. So now coming back to the user menu and SAP menu, so as you can find here a button which is SAP menu, or we can see SAP access menu, easy access menu, and this is SAP user menu. So what is the difference between this both buttons? So if we comes to this user menu, this is installed, or this user menu is tailored to the user specific needs. It include all the transaction on relevant to a user, grouped under relevant folders. If you want to insert the folders, I will show you afterward. So this user menu, it means that it is according to the user specific need. But if we come to SAP menu, so it include all the transaction offered by SAP, grouped in the folder according to the SAP modules. As you can see here, different modules folders are there. So it is not tailored to the user specific need. It is grouped according to the SAP modules. Now coming to the settings, how we can add favorites. So as you can see, there is a field favorite. How we can add it? So just go on the favorite, press right click on this favorite, you will see different option. Go to the insert transaction. Whenever you will click this insert transaction button, you will get this type of screen. Enter your transaction code and click on continue or press enter. Another thing which you can do to add your transaction to the favorite, just go to the menu. As I told you, logistic is for MMPP guy. So for MMB, we need to go to the logistic. Under logistic, you will go to different menu. You can go to the transaction, right click, add to favorite. So again, same transaction will be inserted under your favorite. Now if we need to display the technical name, so now in favorites you can see this is the warehouse stock per material, but I don't know the transaction name, stock overview, which is MMB, but I want to see that this is MMBE and then stock overview. I want to know the transaction name. So what you need to do, go to this extra. Under extra you will find setting button. Just click on this setting. At the bottom you will find this display technical name. Just click on this display technical name, press enter, and what you will see that before we were unable to see the transaction, but after you can see now here. For stock overview I can see MMBE. For warehouse stock per material I can see the transaction LS26. For display quants for material you can see LS24. And again, like, you can see your transaction code as well as its description. Now coming to the transaction, how we are going to start a transaction, how we are going to execute a transaction. So there are three possibilities, there are three ways by which you can execute your transaction code. So the first way is to enter your transaction in the command field. So if I want to enter, if I want to go to stock overview screen or any other screen, I can enter into the command field. Like here right now I am entering LS24. So just enter LS24, which means bean stock per material. So if I enter ls24 and click enter, I can go to the bin stock per material screen. The another way is to, you can add this transaction to the favorite, and from favorite you can choose your transaction code ls24. And third way, as I told you, we need is this transaction belongs to GUI, we need to go to the logistic. Under logistic we need to go to into the bin in stock, and ls24 we can find here. Double click on ls24 and you will be there on your transaction. Now again same thing, as I can see here that this is the stock overview. As I told you, we can find here on the title bar that on which screen we are there. But again, if you want to know on which client you are, on which system you are, on which transaction code you are, so what you can do, if you are there on MMB screen, at the bottom right you will find a triangle button. So here you can see at the bottom right you will find a triangle button. Click on this triangle button. Again you will find a paper type of icon here. Click on this paper type of icon and you will find here all the relevant information of the transaction. On, see, you can see the system, the client is 300, your username, which program is running, this is the transaction code, this is the response time. Now coming, you can see here, if you want to work on multiple session, so sometimes it is necessary to work with more than one SAP window. So SAP offered the possibility to work in 6 different sessions. So maximum you can open 6 different sessions, and if you need to open a session, you need to click on this button. So this button is open new session button. Just click on this button and you can open different session, but only maximum 6 new session can be opened. So now where I can find the help, so for stock overview, if I executed ls24, I can see there are different field, warehouse number, material, plant, storage location. I want to know that what I need to enter, what this field means to me. So I can just go there, I can click on this warehouse number. Now what you need to do, you can press F1 button. So whenever on coming to this field, if you press F1 button, you will find this type of screen. This is performance assistant screen. As you can see here, you can find a symbol of question mark. So just go there, if you click on that symbol, you will see that what does this mean. Or if you press F1 also, same thing, you can see this warehouse number, what is the meaning of warehouse number, what is the use of this warehouse number. So there are different type of field. So basically we are going to see 2 type of field. So whenever there is a field with a check applied on it, this is a mandatory field. It means to execute the transaction you must fill this field. So this is the mandatory field which have a check mark. You also have some different fields which do not have this check mark, so those fields are the optional fields. And whenever you are going to see this type of field, so this is known as the match code. You can come here, you can press F4 button, or if you click on this match code icon or button, you can search different entries. So this is the match code field. Again, as I told you how we are going to find values, I told you here that match code is the type of field. If you press F4 or if you click on this match code icon, you can find different fields belonging to this field. So as I told you earlier, if I need to find the warehouse number, just go to the warehouse number, press F4 button or this type of button, match code button, and you can see different warehouse number and select the appropriate warehouse number. Now coming back, that okay, I am there on the transaction. Now I am working on one of the plant and I am only using one of the warehouse, so I don't want that always I need to enter warehouse number. So what I can do, if I want to mark this warehouse number field as always 1, that I always want this predefined warehouse number. So what I can do, I can go to this warehouse number, press F1. Here you can see one technical information button. Click on this technical information button. Here you can see the parameter ID LGN. Just copy this LGN, go to the system, user profile and on data. After clicking on data, go to the parameter, enter your parameter ID as LGN and value. I want always that my warehouse number should always be GB4. Press save button, and if you will again come to LS24, you can see automatically GB4 will come. So again and again you have to not write this warehouse number. So now how we are going to maintain the user profile, like if I need to change the date format, different other format I need to change. So how I can do, go to the system, user profile and select own data. So here on own data you will find a default field, address field, parameter field we have seen. We can go into default fields, we can select the decimal notification, that in what way we need to see the values. We can see the date format, we can also control this pool. So this option will set up the default printer on which your document will be printed until and unless the printer is changed at the runtime or program, like in the program. If you make any other changes, you can change your time zones, you can change your Logon language also. Coming to the GUI customization, if I want to change my GUI customization, I want to change look and feel of my GUI screen, sound effect, the different color I want. So what I can do, so here you can see, click on this button, go to the option. After going there, you will find different other fields. So you can customize various other attributes which will directly affect your interaction with SAP. I can select SAP signature default, I can go to the branding, I can go to the font setting, I can go to the color setting. So I can change my entire GUI. Coming to the list layout, it means that whenever you execute a report or a transaction, like mostly this list layout is there while you are extracting any report. So if you need to change the field into a transaction, like for an example, this is the bean status report. I am entering GB4, executing it, so I am getting this type of report. Now I don't want to see each and every field here. I only want that storage bin should be there, material should be there, plant, batch, total stock should be there. only this I need to see always. I don't want to see entire fields here, so I need to change the layout. So click on this choose button, again go there, you can find different fields are there. So with whichever field you want, just click on that field. These both are the button which are there. With the use of this button you can move the fields here and there. After you find that okay, these are all the fields which I want to see, click on copy button and you will see your list layout. Now there are some easy handling. So there are some shortcuts are there, like if I enter /n, so what it will do, it will stop the transaction and it will went back to the SAP easy access. So whenever I am there on any of the transaction, I go to that same transaction. If I enter /n, it will stop this stock overview transaction, and what it will do, it will come back to the SAP easy access. If again I go to the, if I am there on stock overview, I am entering /o, so what it will do, it's going to open a new session. So I have to not click that open new session button. Here just I can come here, enter /o, and a new session will be open. If I want to exit from entire SAP, so I can come here, enter /nex, so it will close all the session and log off from SAP. So these are the different easy handling methods. Now another thing is that if you want to print the hard copy of the screen, so what you can do, just again, as we have gone through this earlier, select this button, go to the hard copy and you can print it. Now there are different system messages which you will be seeing while you will be working on different transactions. So mostly there are error message, information message and warning. So error message, you will always find this type of indicator, cross indicator with red. If there is any warning, you will find this type of yellow indicator, and if everything is fine, you will find the information message with green symbol. So these are the system messages. Now if you want to end a transaction, like if you executed a report and it's taking a long time, and if you don't want that this transaction should run, if you want to stop the transaction, there will be this type of icon. Just click on that type of icon. Here you can find a stop transaction. Click on this stop transaction and your transaction will be stopped. If you want to come out from the SAP, as I told, you can go, we have a easy handling methodologies /nex, or another method is that you can go to the system and press log off button or this type of button, and then do you want to log off? Yes, I want to log off. Now some additional thing is that okay, these are the servers. If you are working on IDS or if you are working on different servers, or if you are there in some of the training, so a training instructor will say that okay, add a new application server. So you have to work on this application server. So what you need to do to add a new application server, so on the logon page you will find this new button. So click on this new button and click on next button. You will see a connection tab, and here you will see various description. So connection type will be custom application server. You can write any description belonging to that server. The field application server, so you need to write the IP address, or you need to write the address of the application server which a basis consultant will provide to you. Instance number and system ID, again this will be provided by the basis administration, but if instance number is not provided, enter 00 here. Coming to the SAP router string, so again Sometime it may left blank if it's not provided, but if basis administrator provided, it's good. We can enter the SAP string and then click on OK button and finish button, and after that you can find that okay, you can find your server, a newly configured application server. So this is the assignment. You can go into the system, you can perform this assignment. The first one is display the technical name, how you can display technical name, how you can set the parameter, how you can change the layout, how you can do your GUI customization, how you can set your own data, and how you can add the application server. So this was all about SAP GUI and navigation. If you like our video, please press like button, please subscribe to our channel, please comment. If you have any question, just mail us at businessconsulting007@gmail.com. Thank you so much.